I am so sorry that I missed you earlier this week. I never get sick, but I did get sick this week, was down for a couple days. So sorry for missing you earlier this week. And I know that this is an early time for my West Coast people. So I apologize for that as well. But I get to head to the DMV and the passport office after this. So yay for me. I'm feeling better today. Thank you all for your nice wishes. Still not 100%, but we're doing great. But enough about me. My name is Sammy, and I am here to do a website reviews of 3 Oh My High sites. And so I'm really excited to be able to do this for you all. And one of the things that I love so much about Oh My High is just their dedication to supporting their clients, their customers, and making sure that they have a website that is beautiful, easy to use for the back end, on the front end, converts, all of the things. So I'm excited to be here with you and kind of do this. I'm looking at your website from the standpoint of clarity of message, user experience. Is it easy for me to navigate? Can I find kind of the things that I would expect to look for as a customer? Do I know what you serve or who you serve or what you do? Is it clear for me to understand? So that's what I'm looking for. One of the other things that I love about Oh My High is the amazing Lisa Duck and the weekly live Q&As that she does inside of the Oh My High community. So if you are an Oh My High customer and you haven't taken advantage of these yet, I highly, highly recommend. She goes live every week, and all you do is tell her, okay, I'm stuck here. I don't know how to do this. How do I set this up? What should I be doing here? And she helps walk through the technical side of the build and gives you some strategy as well. So you are never alone inside Oh My High. The team here is here to support you, and they are incredible. Oh, hey, Robin. Hi, Diana. Glad you guys are here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we are going to kick this off with the 3 websites that we have. And my voice is hopefully going to keep up today. Okay. Let's see. So the first one that we have here is Beauty Collective with Nancy. And one of the first things that I love is how clear her header is. So Manny's in nail care, hair care, skin care, contact blog about me. Super easy. I know where I'm going when I'm clicking on those buttons. And that's really important. We want to be very clear. We don't want people to be thinking. So you'll notice she doesn't have her company names here. So I think that's really, really good. Sharing a variety of beauty and wellness products to help women look and feel their best. Great. Nothing wrong with this. The only thing I might consider is the font. I know you're probably trying to match maybe your logo a little bit, but it's a little hard to read. So you might want to change that just so it's easier for people to skim and scan quickly. I don't mind it here because it's bigger and it's a header, but in a long sentence like this, it's a little bit hard. Love these photos. Gorgeous. Welcome to the Beauty Collective with Nancy. I love this line. I believe beauty and confidence and joy don't come with an expiration date. I might bold that just so it stands out. Certain things like in bigger paragraphs, if you bold them, then at least if people are skimming, they'll like catch those types of things. Craving salon manicure, quality manicures at home, premium hair and skincare. Yep. Come along with me and discover our best selves inside out. Have questions? Feel free to contact me. Contact. Yeah, I don't think you need to say below. I mean, that's a nitpicky thing. If you have questions, feel free to connect. Feel free to contact me. I would love to connect. You already have a button here, which I think is great. So below makes me think like farther down. Perfect. What we're all about. I love that you have the logos here because up until now, I don't know what companies you work for. I know what products you sell, and that might be enough. But I do love that you have the logos listed in this section because it does kind of make it pop out for me. I can automatically see. So if I'm like, oh, okay, I want to know more, I can kind of go to this paragraph. So I think that works. Again, maybe bold this, save busy women time and money. Yeah, I think this is all fine, except that here you really said, like, I love this line, and I think that this is the thing, like, this whole section here is something that's going to emotionally connect to people. So it's going to connect to women who are in your same age range, who are looking for like that joy and that confidence, and maybe things are shifting and changing, and their skin and hair is not behaving the same way, right? So this to me is like your kind of niche, maybe, and maybe that's not who your general customer is, but if it is, I would really pull that through all your messaging. So yes, but because then here you say all about sharing amazing products that save busy women time and money. So I would maybe think about who your audience is and try to maybe pull those two things together. So are you saving busy women time and money, or are you helping women build beauty and confidence and joy at, so maybe think about that, because I love that message at the top. This message is fine too, but not as unique. A lot of people talk about saving busy women time and money. Okay, a few of my favorite things. Okay, so again, this was a little confusing to me because favorite things, and then you talk about more about. So if you want to just feature the companies that you're working with, then I would just say companies I recommend, or I like, whatever, however you want to frame that. Sorry, my brain is still not 100% on point, so my examples are not going to be that great today. Oh, CL's here, just invested this month. Congratulations, that's exciting. Oh, and good morning, Evelyn. And yes, I am feeling better. Thank you, Diana. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by the chat. So I would think about that. And then in between here, like instead of just saying more about Color Street, maybe give like a couple blurbs or sentences about what it is that you love about Color Street, what it is that you love about Monat. I always say that one wrong. But put a little blurb, because if I don't know what that is, I'm not going to click on it just from those images. So a couple blurbs or sentences about what it is that you love about that product and why you're recommending it. And then coming soon, more of my favorite things. I don't know if you can just delete that column, or again, put a blurb about like what's coming soon, or a teaser. And we're going to talk about this on a future website, but like give them something to do here. Like give them an action, like sign up for your email list to get first update on what's coming soon. Like give them an activity. I don't hate this being here, but it just looks like it's filling up space. So if it could be like, I'm on the hunt for this type of product, or I'm working on bringing on this type of product because I feel like it really rounds out what I have to offer here. Something fun is coming soon, and then the button is get on my wait list or on my email list so that you can hear about it first. So we want to give people reasons to click on these. And then yes, change this to like a few of my favorite product lines or something like that. But otherwise, totally fine. The other thing that I was thinking about when I briefly looked at this before I came live was, again, like pulling through that messaging. So like the imagery here, making sure it matches with your ideal customer and whatever that is. So like your language here, if it is the busy woman, like then your language would be like with Color Sheet, you can put on a mani in 10 minutes or less. It's immediately dry, like blah, 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 blah. I don't know enough about the other product line. So, but like making sure that your bullet points emphasize kind of the audience, versus if you're talking about bringing joy and beauty and confidence to women in their 50s to 70s or whatever, then you would have your bullet points match that. So just once you figure that out, make sure that your content aligns with that. Don't miss a thing. Join my email list to hear about new releases, specials, and giveaways. Yeah, that's fine. I would make this not all capital letters if you can, just because that's more consistent with the other script that you've used everywhere else. Again, a super nitpicky thing, but I think this is fine. I would recommend also adding a first name field here so that you can capture people's first name. I love that you have your blog here with some features. That's fantastic. Again, here this font is also a little small and hard to read. Totally up to you if you want to change that, but might be good. I love, okay, so this is the other thing, and for everybody, like with blog posts, it's all about enticing people to click, not to be clickbaity, but to be really enticing so people understand the value of what they're going to get from the blog post, not necessarily the action that you want them to take. Does that make sense? So we want them to click on it because they know that there's something in it that's going to give them value, give them a resource, be in it for them. And then in that blog post, it is your job to have the right calls to action and the right steps, the right links for them to take that next step, whatever that is. So I love this title, 5 Fabulous Reasons to Try Dry Nail Polish. And yes, there's a freebie involved. Super fun. Who doesn't love a good freebie? So I love this one. And then these two are kind of like, because the content inside is probably amazing. But if I don't know what Oh My High is, I'm not going to click on that because what is in it for me? What am I going to get out of that content? How am I going to get value? So play with that. And then CS Hostess Awards, we also want to try to stay away from acronyms. So Color Street Hostess Rewards, so that people are clear in what that is. Because a lot of times we think in the ways that we talk, we think in the ways that our companies talk, our teams talk, the people that were in the know in the biz. So this goes across the board. I have to do the same thing with my stuff on the marketing side of things, is always like remove jargon. And this is a great thing to go to ChatGPT with. If you've written your post, put it into ChatGPT, tell it who your audience is, and say, I need a killer headline. Can you give me a headline for this, or a title? And it will help you with that. So it's not something you have to spend a lot of time racking your brain around. That's a great way to kind of get it to understand, or to help you kind of create some titles that are going to be really eye-catching. Okay, Nancy said focus on older women. Great. So yeah, just pull all that through. Follow me on my journey. Yep, make sure this whole thing is hyperlinked, which is a super easy fix. And I love this pink that you pulled this out to make it really bold, made with Oh My High. Love that. Powered by Oh My High, simple, stress-free way to build a beautiful website. That's great. Get yours here. I believe that Lisa and Becky gave you all affiliate language. So because you have an affiliate link here, you do need to have a disclaimer in your footer that says that there is an affiliate link on here and that you might receive a commission. I think there's some simple language that you do need to include on your website if you have this here. Also, if you have any blog post that has affiliate links in it, definitely want to make sure you have that in there. And then these logos here are fine, but honestly, the first time that I scrolled through, I kind of missed them because this box is so big and amazing. So you might want to just change these to the green color and pop them right here. Again, kind of a nitpicky thing, but I did miss them because they're small pink and they kind of blended in to this box. But I do love how you pop that box in here. I think it looks really nice. So yeah, overall, just a few tweaks to some language, but I think the layout and the format and the content you have here is great. It's easy to scroll, it's easy to navigate, and very clear. So I would say great job, Nancy. Just reread your language with that lens of supporting older women. And again, if you are using ChatGPT, take each section and just put it into ChatGPT and say, this is my audience. Can you rewrite this language for me, knowing that that's who it is? And it will help you. So we don't need to beat our heads against the wall. Use that as a great resource to help you once you know who your ideal audience is, to kind of keep things going and help kind of be that copywriter sounding board to help you. Great job. Okay. Oh man. I feel like I'm looking rough today. Okay, let's go now to balance in business with Melissa. Check the chat really quick. Oh my gosh, I love Evelyn. She's such a great cheerleader and support for everybody. If you're not in the community, then you should, just for Evelyn. Okay. Okay, so this is Melissa. I'm going to say your last name wrong. Theory. Okay, so first things first is I don't know your business name. So there's no logo, there's no business name anywhere. So I would maybe consider putting that somewhere. But want your business to flow and free up more time for life. Click here for your free weekly reset checklist. I love how clear and concise this is. Super easy button to link. I get it. This is a problem that a lot of us have. And I think a lot of times I talk about being like not using kind of fluffy words or words that people don't like find a, okay, what's an example now? Like scale your business or solve, I don't know, grow your business. Like there's so many different ways you can grow your business. That's not specific enough for people to understand kind of what you do and how you serve them. But for a freebie, I do think that it is okay to be a little bit more vague because they're much colder. They're not on your email list. But I think this still tells me what I'm going to get. It's important to share the value. So want your business to flow and free up more time. And I know that she works with different types of businesses, so I love that this isn't that specific. Click here for your free weekly reset checklist. Perfect. Don't mind that at all. Home, about, services, blog, testimonials and affiliations, contact, totally fine. I'm a little bit jealous about this clean desk here because if you could see a picture of my desk, it is a hot mess right now. Love this photo. Your husband's cracking me up in the background. But these are great. Yep, this is great. Whether you need structure, mindset, support, or better rhythm between your work and life, I coach with a no-fluff, real-life approach that actually works. Okay, and I love this line. Build your business, keep your life. Bold that, put a different color on it, put a line, whatever you need to do. But this, I think, is great because we all struggle with that. Okay, be sure you scroll to the bottom and sign up for newsletters. Okay, so I believe Lisa has a training in Oh My High for anchor links. We want to make sure in every action we're asking people to take that they have to do as little work as possible. We want to make it as easy as possible for them. So what I would do here instead is have this sentence be something like, I send out weekly newsletters that include what the value add is, right? And then have a button here that just like says sign up now. Excuse me. And then when you click on that, have an anchor link, which will then drop them all the way down to the bottom of the newsletter or where the newsletter sign up is. Most people won't scroll or they'll get distracted and then they'll forget. So let's have that button right here. And then here's where you're adding the value that they get when they sign up. This is great. Yep, love this. I don't know if follow me on Facebook, play with this, but this might be a good place to add a learn more about my services button instead. Point being is, do you have your, no, we want people to follow us on social media, but the earlier in their experience with us that they click off our website to go to social media, the longer or the less likely that they will come back to our website. So we want them to be like fully engaged and like, this person knows what I need. This person cares, like, is going to get me that I need their products and services before they go to Facebook or any other social media. So you might want to play with sending them to your services page here. I don't know, totally up to you, but just a thought. Who I serve, women who want to build or grow their businesses while keeping boundaries and preserving their personal life. Love that. You're very consistent in your messaging and what you do, and I think that that's fantastic. Direct sellers, momtrepreneurs. I've never heard people. I've always heard mompreneurs, but I mean, I don't know that haven't paid attention to it that much. Okay, and solopreneurs and entrepreneurs. Great. Love this. Again, a button to link to your services page. So if I'm like, okay, yep, I'm a mom, I'm struggling, I want to know how you can help me, I have nowhere to go from here. Remember also that it's okay to send or to have the same buttons multiple times on a page, because we're going to be in a position to connect when we're ready to connect. And if there's nowhere for me to go and I have to scroll all over the place to look for it, that's frustrating for me. I'm going to move on. We are all doing things that a lot of other people do. I mostly do marketing for nonprofits. I'm not the only, I'm one of thousands of people that can do that for you, right? So I need to make sure that if I grab your attention and you're connected to me and you're excited, that it's easy for you to click that button and you're ready to go. So services, learn more about our services, whatever. I haven't gone deep into your services page. So if you do have specific sections where you're talking about services for these specific types of businesses, make it specific. But I believe that you do the same thing just for the 3 different categories. But I do love that you've called this out here. Have a services button. Don't miss a thing. Okay, so here, business advice. So this is like what I was talking about up at the top, where we want to be kind of specific. What business advice? What type of business advice? I would think maybe here it would be like my time-saving tips, or what I'm doing this week for work-life balance, like whatever that might be. But be really, really specific here. And regular, say how often. Yep. Okay, so this button. Okay, love this button. Why is my mouse all of a sudden not working? Okay, there we go. Got a little glitch there. That was weird. This button could even be up here instead of follow me on Facebook. And you could also have 2 buttons here, one for services, one for book a discovery call. Don't hide it here. I didn't even see this the first time I scrolled. And again, you could use this in both places. Same, up here you could have book a discovery call and services. Great. Okay, and then in your footer, you do not have a privacy policy, and then these all need to be hyperlinked. That's the first time I'm noticing that. I'm gonna have to check on that. Yeah. I've never noticed that there's no privacy policy there. Okay, pause, ignore that. More on that later. But otherwise, I think it's great. You're not linking to your services page enough, so you're making people work harder on getting there, which is where the money is, and there's no logo or like business name. Even if it's just your name, something there. Because I know your URL is BB with Melissa. But otherwise, I think you've got a lot of great information there, and you're well on your way. You could also add a featured blog section if you wanted to kind of make sure that everything is all in one place, especially for those that are newer to you, and might want to know more about your expertise before they kind of move forward with you. That's a great way. And if you're already writing blogs, this is for everybody. If you're already writing blogs, put a featured blog section on your front page. Oh, okay. Lisa's saying there is a privacy policy. Okay. I wanted to make sure before I said anything because I don't want Becky and Jeremy to come yell at me. But all websites, it must have a privacy policy. Cool. Okay, so let's do the last one. Okay. With the Dalinkas. And I know that Tony's in transition, but I'm actually kind of excited about this one as an example for all of you. Is it needed for non-direct sellers, Evelyn? It is needed for any website that exists in this universe. Yeah. Okay. So let's go through your header. So home, VIP Beauty, at home, Instagram, blog. Okay, so I don't know what VIP Beauty and I don't know what at home means. I mean, I can click through and see what's here. And yeah, it's got your product, but I would either say the category of the product line, so similar to what Nancy did with like mayonnaise and makeup. I can't remember what it was. Mayonnaise and nails, skincare, whatever. So be specific. And I don't know what at home means. So that's like your personal family blog, right? But be specific. And then again, this is a personal preference, but totally do whatever you want. Again, like I mentioned with the social media buttons, I like them at the bottom. I don't like them at the top. I don't want to give people an excuse to be like, oh, I want to see what she's up to on Instagram, and then I never come back. So thank you, mayonnaise and hair. So move these down to the bottom. You can keep them there if you want to, but it's just kind of giving people a chance to leave you. Okay, with the Dalinkas, this is super cute. Love this family photo. Okay, and this is what I wanted to really call out. Is a new era is loading. Please stay tuned. Stay in the know. So and this goes to a Google form. And I love it because when you're in transition in your business, and this is direct sales, this is any business, this is maybe you're just wanting to start a business and you don't quite have everything put together yet, but you already want to start building your website presence. It's okay to say something's coming soon. It's okay to say we're in transition, but hey, if you want to know what's coming up, here's how you can get on my wait list. Now, I wouldn't use this for sections or for things like, hey, we have a new core catalog coming. And you might say like, oh, something new is coming. Stay tuned, get on the wait list. Because like that, a core catalog, right, is something that we would expect to see coming. And this is prime real estate. But if you're making a big shift, like let's say you're all of a sudden going to start adding online courses, or you're going to start shifting your business, like what Melissa did from direct sales to coaching. While you're in that transition, if you don't quite know how you want to frame that or what it's going to look like, but you know something's different, this is a great way to do it. I might add a little bit more language here so that people know a little bit more about kind of why would I want to stay in the know. But I love that she didn't just take her website down. I love that it's up, that there's information there, and that she's capturing that from you so that she can connect with you when the time is right. So just something to think about, something different. Again, not for like your general releases and stuff, because this is primo real estate. What we consider above the fold. So before people have to scroll, that's like the most valuable website or section of your homepage. So like I said, she's got space here. So I might have put a little bit more language as far as like what's going on in your life so people can kind of see that right there. But love that she put that there and is encouraging people to connect with her. And same here, new products coming soon. You might want to mimic and put that button in reverse. So white with black font here as well. I know it feels weird to do two buttons with the same call to action at the same time. But again, people connect with different things at different times. Yeah, fine. This page is like a work in progress. You're working to love where we live and make it less messy, peaceful place we want to be. Check it out. Okay, so I yeah, so this is all about you. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but we want to connect with the person who's going to want to check it out. So if it's all about like DIY renovations, blah blah blah, like I might kind of make a personal connection with people and just say like this part is fine. I love this piece. Do we stay? Do we renovate, etc.? But you might want to add another paragraph that says something like, if you're not loving the space that you're living in and you want, to see our messy mess, something that's going to connect with people. Or if you're a DIYer and you're looking for ideas and inspiration for how we're not only getting it done, but doing it with 2 kids and jobs and blah, blah, like whatever that is. I don't fully know what your audience is and kind of what you're targeting. But add a paragraph that makes it about them so that they know what they're getting when they get there and how it connects to something of interest to them. Follow me on my journey. Great. Great. And then yes, hyperlink. Hyperlink these. So it's just TEL semicolon for the phone number or SMS semicolon if you want text messages. And then it's mail to TOMAILTO semicolon your email address to hyperlink. Super easy. And then yep, you've got this here too. And like I said, I know that I think I called you Tony. I know that Tanya is in transition with her businesses, and I'm sure her website is in transition too. Also want to say that that's totally fine. I know we get really, really, really stressed out about like, oh my gosh, well, this isn't done, this isn't done, this isn't done. Your customers and your audience will give you grace. You do not have to have everything perfect all the time. I am constantly updating my website all the time. And a lot of times when I do trainings, I'll use my website as an example, and then I'll be like, oh shoot, this hasn't been updated. This has a typo. This is in the wrong space. It happens to all of us. Nobody is going to like stop being your customer for it. So give yourself that grace. Make the changes when you can. Try to stay on top of it as much as possible. But, move through it as you're kind of doing things. I like to make, I guess I can stop sharing. I like to make time in my calendar, maybe once a month, or like I have different tasks that I do once a month, once a quarter, once a year. So make that checklist so that okay, every month I have an hour and a half where I'm going to go into my website and like review everything and make some tweaks, right? Every quarter, I'm going to review all of my quizzes and automations. And every year, I'm going to do a full like run through of every single page, clean it up, make sure everything is in alignment. So that's kind of how I do it to try to chunk it up to give myself that time and space. But remember, ChatGPT is your friend as long as you know your audience to help you rewrite that copy. But yeah, 3 different sites. They all run a little bit differently and they look beautiful, few minor tweaks, consistency in language, but y'all are doing a great job. And so I'm glad that you're loving your Oh My High sites. And Laura, welcome. No worries. You can watch the replay when we're all done here. And if you guys have any questions afterwards, please make sure you drop them in the chat. I will make sure to come back and review them. And I will see you in July, which is crazy. Thanks, everyone.